Live. There we go. So basically, that's how it solves the problem. And that's what we do about it in a nutshell. But I can't repeat it ever again. So
Mm-hmm.
I hope you're paying attention.
Of course I was. Why wouldn't I?
Well, I wasn't, so I wouldn't blame you if you were not. So hello everybody, and welcome to the Second Third podcast. Miguel Rodriguez here for the Baker Show, gentlemen. Hope you're all having a great Wednesday. I know I am. It's been a good day. Been a productive day, as it were, and more productivity will be happening right now as we talk about cigars and Frankie breaking one of the biggest fake rules in cigars, I would say, and that would be Frankie. What are you smoking today?
I am smoking a Camacho Factory Unleashed
Oh, very
in the
nice.
Toro size. I think this was given to us by the GNI. I'm not 100% sure, but I actually started smoking it um, yesterday, and I didn't have time to finish, but I was really enjoying the hell out of the cigar. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let it go out on its own. I'm gonna save it for tomorrow because I don't know. I was just really enjoying this cigar yesterday, and I only got about halfway through, so um, I didn't want to waste it. We come here sometimes and we get to the club and we smoke a cigar. We're watching, TV or whatever, doing work, and it's time to go. And I still have this much cigar left, and it's fine. I'll throw it out because it's whatever. I'll start a new one tomorrow. But last night, I was smoking this one, and I was like, wow, this is really good. I haven't had a Camacho in a long time, and I haven't had a Camacho that I enjoyed this much in a long time. So it is the Camacho Factory Unleashed. It says two on there, so maybe there's a first version. I don't know.
Sounds a possibility. So you're telling me that you lit cigar, smoked cigar, said, "Oh, I'm not done," and left cigar, and then relit it the next day.
Correct.
You cannot imagine how many people I could tell you would be telling you right now that you're wrong. You can't do that. It's impossible. That it's going to break the laws of science and the social contract we all signed when we're born. But
Well,
I don't think that's
you
that much
know,
problem.
the nice thing about it is it's my cigar, so I can do what I want with it. Whether people have a problem with it or not. Just like you guys, if you guys want to do something with your cigar that other people might think is odd, it's your cigar. You do what you want with it.
It's very libertarian of you. I love that. I love that very much. But I can't help but agree with you in that aspect. And I think there's a lot of rules like that are very arbitrary and might make sense in the moment. But then if you think about it, it's like, well, no, because I paid for the thing. I'm the one who's going to enjoy it.
Right.
Or why would I? And this one's going to go to other cigars in a second. Why would I tell someone else they can't enjoy something? It's not that big a deal. And the first one, I think that a lot of like lounges actually put into place.
I'm not sure what you're talking.
Is the rule of you can't have your acids inside their lounge. Like, you're gonna tell a customer that they can't smoke the one thing they're allowed to smoke inside of your shop? That's cigars. It feels weird to me. I understand people don't like the smell as much, but if you have more cigars in there, if there's more people, the smell's gonna layer, and definitely it'll still be there. I know it's a very strong scent, but I got no problem with someone enjoying their acid or their I guess tobacco. I guess would be another one. It's got a good smell to it, pretty strong. Isla del Sol, or there's a laundry list of flavored cigars out there that have a very strong flavored smell to them. And I get some guys don't care for that smell, but sometimes they don't care for your cigar either, and they're not going to tell you to put yours out. So don't tell them to put theirs out. That's one of those rules for me. One of those that didn't make a lot of sense, in my opinion. Not very brother of the leaf of you to tell people to put out their cigars. That's my opinion.
I will say this in their defense: it is a question of the majority. Unlike in today's society, where it's the minority that you have to appease, this is about making sure the majority is more comfortable. If you have 10 guys smoking a traditional cigar and one guy smoking an acid, and the other guy's like, oh, God, that's horrible, you're going to want to have them leave and keep the one acid smoker? No, that's not smart business whatsoever. So I do understand where they're coming from, saying, yeah, no, you can buy this acid here, but, you can't smoke them here.
Well, I still disagree. You have a good ventilation system, you'll be fine. You won't smell it for very much longer anyway. Past that, we'll go into the, like Frankie said, just relit a cigar from the night before. We do have some buddies who will do that quite often. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. The idea of just lighting your cigar, and he leaves. I can think of one buddy who leaves it on his porch, like he'll leave him outside at night, just sitting there, sitting in an ashtray, nothing, no big deal, and goes back to light him the next day. That one comes a lot to the idea that it's not going to maintain the same flavor profile as it did before, but as long as you're enjoying it, it's not really going to make a difference.
True.
As long as you are okay with whatever outcome you're getting after relighting it 1, 2, 10 times, it doesn't matter. As long as you're enjoying it, it's okay. For myself, it's usually about 3 relights. 3 relights, complete relights, by the way. Richard, how you doing? Good to see you. I like that picture you posted, by the way. Very good stuff. It just seems to be like a magic number of once it's that third time, and I actually have to fully relight. Not just retouches. Not just like, oh, the edge is burning weird on this side, or I got to retouch the outer rim a bit. That doesn't really count as much in my opinion. But full relights, the third one, all of a sudden, I'm just tasting burnt. I don't know of any cigar that I don't just taste burnt afterwards. But again, that's not really a rule to it. That's just my own personal opinion.
Right.
There's a lot of other weird ones out there still, like no Bic lighters, which I just had a lighter cigar.
Which doesn't make sense to me because a lot of people that have been to the factory say they use Bic lighters over there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe it's a tactic to get you guys to buy a more expensive lighter. But honestly, I have no problem with a Bic lighter. I'll use a Bic lighter. I don't care.
Oh, absolutely.
So that's one of the rules I've never understood. Why no Bic lighter? What does it matter?
A little meetup on Werribee for the Super Bowl. I think we can.
Well, we're gonna be busy the day of the Super Bowl. I don't know why, but my mom scheduled the adoption anniversary party for that day. Every year we celebrate the anniversary of the kids being adopted. The first set in February, the second set is in September. She always sets a party in February for the first set, and unfortunately she said it, and she's like, "Oh, I got a really good deal." And she's wondering why she got a really good deal. Well, she got a really good deal because it was on Super Bowl and nobody wanted to go to skating rink on Super Bowl. So we're going to be at the skating rink until about 1 o'clock our time. And then we have to just run over to the house and start cooking food for the people that are coming over for my mom's Super Bowl party. So honestly, I don't care about this year's Super Bowl. I just really, really want the Eagles to beat the Chiefs. I'm not a Chiefs fan. I'm not a Mahomes fan.
I want them to lose.
I cannot stand his brother.
Yeah.
So I would really like them to lose, and that would make my day. But
my only hope for the game is that he loses.
Yeah, I mean, either way, I hope it's a good game, but I really don't care, especially with the news that we got this morning. Football is going to be different next year. Very different.
It was inevitable.
It was. 23 years is a long, long time to play a sport, especially something as physically demanding as football.
It's true.
I can't tell you how many times you've seen Tom Brady play with injuries and whatnot, and it's not like LeBron where he has a hurt pinky and he has to sit out for 5 months.
Yeah, cramps. He has to carry it off the court.
Yeah, crying. Yeah,
that was a harrowing moment for sports right there. Well, you have people in I don't know if it was Gretzky or not, but win the Stanley Cup and hold it over their head with a broken rib.
Right.
So there's a difference in I would say mental and physical toughness in certain sports, and basketball and soccer on the bottom of the ring.
Yeah, and I mean, I think people overuse the term GOAT. I mean, you hear, "Oh, he's the GOAT," and the next week, "Oh, that guy's the GOAT." "Oh, this guy's the GOAT." That's not how it works. There's one GOAT, and I mean, people can make arguments for various peoples and their opinion on who the GOAT would be. Walter Payton, he's one of the best running backs of all time. Tom Brady, honestly, I think could be the GOAT, considered one of the GOAT for football. But I mean, there's obviously a lot of criteria that different people have for that. And Tom Brady, with the exception of the last 2 years, basically went to the Super Bowl every other year he was in the football. He was in the NFL.
And 70% win rate.
Yeah, so
Super Bowl. That's pretty good.
It's incredible. So
Eduardo, go Birds.
Yeah, but he's retired, And I think not only was it a blessing that he got to play on the Patriots, which is my favorite team, he left the Patriots for Miguel's favorite team. So we both got a little bit of Tom Brady love right there. And he won a Super Bowl with the Buccaneers, which nobody thought he was going to do, and he did it.
They were wrong. They were
so
idiots.
that was pretty cool. Each of us got to see him win a title with their favorite team. So that's really cool, if you ask me.
Well, not only that, I just wanted to see the Buccaneers do well again, and we went to the playoffs. I think we didn't go the first year he was on the team. I don't think. Was it?
You go to Super Bowl.
Was it the first year?
Yeah.
They lost the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so that's the decision. We didn't go last year, I don't think.
You went to the playoffs, you just didn't win.
Okay. So we went. Okay, so yeah, we've been doing consistently better than we've done for decades. All right, I love that. I will say this though, I think Richard might be right about this one. Might be a bigger retirement. Ozzy canceled his tours, and he's retired now for health reasons. That is insane.
That's insane that guy's still alive.
It's insane. Yeah, he owes it all to the wife. What's her, Sharon?
Yeah.
Sharon, yeah. She kept him alive. She's kept him alive to this day. Big hats off. She's the GOAT. She's the GOAT of rockers' wives. Right?
Yeah, I mean, the reported amount of drugs and alcohol and partying this guy did, it's amazing he's alive.
Yeah.
It really, really is. As far as him canceling his tours because of health, I have no doubt that's a problem. No doubt.
No, that's what he said.
Yeah.
Do you think he's really retired? I was actually going to say that. I was like, let's wait until we talk to Abe on Friday. Honest, Abe will be in the house from Smoke Inn to talk about the Great Smoke. But like maybe after the interview's done with him, so we don't seem like retirement's over. Going to the Raiders. Retirement's over. Going back to the Patriots.
No, I think he's done.
I think it's
I think it's catching up to him with his age and whatnot. I mean, obviously he takes incredible care of himself. We basically do the same fitness regimen. That's why we look so similar. But yeah, I think he's just getting older, and then obviously the personal stuff he's going through. It's just time for him to step away. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe he comes back for a one-day contract to retire as a Patriot.
Nah. It's dumb.
The heck is his name? Will Fork did. I don't see that to be out of the realm of possibilities.
Making
but
up names, Forks.
Yes, but I don't think he's going to come back. I don't see anywhere would be a positive from. I mean, unless he goes to San Francisco, I don't know, with all their quarterback issues. I don't know. That would be the only place I could see him going where he would want to go. He's from that area. He was a lifelong fan of the Niners. Grew up watching the Niners. So that would be the only place he might want to go for nostalgia reasons. I don't think he'd go to the Dolphins. Don't think he'd go to the Jets. Don't think he'd go to the Raiders.
The Raiders would be a way better option. He's a single guy now. Vegas is a place for you.
So, I don't see him going anywhere else. So, maybe the Niners.
I would hate that.
But
I would absolutely hate that.
That's about it.
That'd be gross to see him in a Niners jersey.
And as far as 80 for Brady, I absolutely am going to go see that. I saw the trailer, and it messed me up.
Frankie's 30s for Brady. Actually, no. Your teens, 20s, and 30s, I believe he played throughout that. At least since, like, the late teens.
Mm-hmm.
How many seasons? 25?
23.
23. Gosh.
20 with the Patriots and 3 with the Buccaneers.
That's a feat in itself to play a sport where, I mean, you usually measure a good quarterback, 10 years tops? Like,
give or take.
Yeah. Or people on the line 3-4 years, or wide receivers running. You're looking at maybe a little bit longer, just because they're not getting as hurt as those guys who have to just slam into each other and concussions all day long. But as you've seen this year alone, everyone can get hurt very easily, and I think you're going to see either more rules get added after what's his name got hurt.
That's just it, though.
Arrest. That was.
I think that was a fluke accident. I don't think that was like anything prevented.
I don't know. That doesn't mean that they're not going to try. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Very, very scary situation. I'm glad he's out of it, but he's not going to get to play anymore.
Right.
That's it. And actually, a lot of people stepped up to help him out afterwards, because that was like a retirement crowdfunding thing, basically, for a guy who literally woke up from all this stuff and asked, "Did we win?" That's pretty impressive.
And then he asked if Butterbean was okay.
He asked Butterbean because he's a little concussed, if you will. That is a first Jackass reference right there. Love that movie. But speaking of movies, real quick, This one is a little bit older, and I didn't get to finish it. I'm going to finish it tonight if I get a moment. The Girl with All the Gifts. I don't know if anyone else has seen this.
How'd she get all the gifts?
I
Not even her
gotta find
birthday.
out. I gotta find out because I'm watching to see. Well, they don't even know when her birthday is. Nobody does. She doesn't know. She doesn't know what her birthday is. Basically, it starts out. There's a classroom full of kids that are strapped down, like arms are strapped to the chairs, heads strapped down, everything, and then they let one arm out so they could write and do their arithmetic and stuff.
Oh, just like
really good, regular
school.
Yeah, regular school, good school, the good ones.
Yeah.
And it turns out they're all zombies.
Oh.
Every single kid in there is infected, but since the way they were born was different than anyone else who was bitten and then infected, they tend to control more of their higher functions.
Huh.
But it's a fungus in this situation, kind of like Last of Us, where it's wrapped around the brain. They believe, or at least the scientists working on believe, that the functions aren't really them. It's just the disease still, but just more clever than the regular ones. So this girl is a little more in control of herself. She's a little more empathetic to human beings. The other ones are just kind of regular kids, but the moment they come near humans, they want to just break the shit out of them. I only got to watch up to a certain point. I got to finish it. I love zombie movies. You guys know this. And this one slipped right under the radar because I know it came out in theaters. I remember seeing trailers for it. I saw it like, oh, it's going to be on Netflix soon. Gosh dang, it looks good. It's very good. I can't wait to finish that. QBs are about elite QBs go long. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, Richard. Yeah, the elite ones will go for years and years. What's the longest? Is he the longest anyone's played as far as a quarterback?
I don't know. I'd have to look that up. I don't know.
I mean, he has most of the records for that kind of stuff.
He's got quite a few records. I mean, most Super Bowl wins in history
of anybody.
Yeah, so
not teams.
Anyway. But actually, I have to double check on that too because no, it has to. Somebody else would have already put it up. Because I mean, like someone like Robert Horry from basketball, he won championships with the Lakers, and then he left the Lakers for San Antonio, and he won championships with San Antonio. So he has more than Kobe, but not as many as Bill Russell. Rest in peace.
I think. How many did Bill Russell have?
11.
That's a lot. So you're looking at him. Then who's the other guy you said? What's his name?
Robert Horry.
And then Michael Jordan.
I'll have to check. I don't know my numbers on the NBA championships.
But pretty high up there.
But I mean, you have those. And then you have that guy like I forget his name, but he was a player from Gonzaga, and he got famous because when they lost, he like cried and everybody was making fun of him. And then he got drafted by the Lakers. He got hurt. He didn't play, but he still got 2 championship rings out of it.
It's not bad. So I feel bad that I laughed at what's his name crying. Actually, I think it was Marshawn Lynch when the interception.
Yeah.
And then I realized like that's his whole life. Like.
No, you're talking about
not Marshawn. Gosh dang it. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Richard Sherman.
Yeah, I mean I know he's a big shit talker, but that's because that's everything he does. That he gives everything to football. Now some deals on the side like showed up on the league, and just because you get older, you need to make money.
That's what he gets. So that shit was hilarious.
It was funny.
I mean, he was talking shit about Tom Brady that entire season.
About everybody.
And then tries to shake his hand afterward. And Tom Brady's just like doing his Tim Tebow thing, and yeah, that was hilarious. I'm not gonna lie, that made me laugh.
But then there's a lot of players out there though. It's all emotion because sports is what was that quote about baseball? It's 90% mental and 60% physical. Like stupid number, that doesn't work at all. But the rest of it's all emotion. No matter what's left, it's just people give their entire lives to that stuff.
Yeah,
whether you play or you're just a really big enthusiast, or you're whatever part of it. It's the same as
Corkinal.
The same as Corkinal, yeah. It's just people get unbelievably into it. I've never been to that level of any sport where I care that much about it, but I understand why it happens. I understand the passion. Maybe we should make a cigar horror movie. The cigars start the infection. I'm actually writing something cigar. And I don't know if it's horror, but it'd be more like the lines of the Green Room. Cigars actually repel the infection and cure those that have been infected. That was the joke we told during COVID. Like, oh no, they're fine. You smoke enough cigars, you kill anything. And technically, I guess you'd be right. Enough smoke kills pretty much anything. Mm-hmm. But don't hotbox yourself to prove that theory. I don't think that's a good idea. I will say I'm still enjoying the cigar.
You can't tell a definite difference since it was already pre-smoked or pre-lit and having to relight it a day later. You can definitely tell there's a difference in flavor, but I'm still enjoying the hell out of it. And again, I want to say that this was given to us by the Giannis's. I don't know if I'm correct on that one.
Or our Giannis's.
But I do think this was given to us by them. Again, this is the Camacho Factory Unleashed.
Now, I will also say this, though. Unhumidified overnight. Now, that's not going to be the worst thing. If you leave a cigar out overnight, as long as it's not in the rain or the driest desert you could think of, which we're kind of technically in a desert, you'll be fine.
Right.
You're not going to have to I think you're in the mountains or something, you set your cigars outside, you forget, like, oh, crap, let me go get those. They're probably going to be fine. You forget them after a night of drinking with your buddies and you left your cigars out for them to pick their own. Get the other ones. You can still smoke it right then and there. I just put them back in the humidor. Totally fine. Different situation because I never really thought about it after you lit it up because you're removing a lot of moisture with the heat.
Yep.
So I think that also drops, excuse me, oh my goodness, the humidity as you're going through it. Obviously, the closer to the heat, the less humidity will be there, which is what you need because you don't want a wet cigar.
It's a very thick stem right there.
You don't want to do that. Just leave it alone.
Oh, I don't know if I can, though. It's like looking right in the face.
That's a faux pas I think you shouldn't do, is rip your cigar apart in the lounge. That, I think, is a rude thing to do because you're doing it right in front of the person who just sold it to you, and you're like, pull this apart, and you leave a big old mess of leaves and stem and failure.
I'm going to ask you guys a question. If you guys see a large stem in your cigar, do you guys pull it out? Now, if it's a small stem, I usually leave it alone. But this one is, oh man, it's looking at me wrong.
It's challenging you?
Yeah, it's challenging my manhood.
Oh my goodness.
I might have to pull this one out.
Do me a favor. Go to Cigars, Whiskey, and Beautiful Men on your phone.
Uh-huh.
Did you share it to that group?
Yep.
Okay. Will you try to tag everyone on that, on your post?
Okie dokie.
Real quick. Just want to see if this works. Because the notifications I noticed are still not doing a great job. It's very irritating to me. So I want to see if that helps out. I got my package before I got iced in, so I got something to help get through the difficult flow. I'm glad to hear that because I do not like ice. I don't like snow. I don't like the cold. I much prefer it than the heat, obviously, when it's 112, 100, almost 15 here. It might be dry, but it's still not great. Still do not enjoy it. But flying in the other direction, no, I'm good either way. Can it just be – we just have to invent a giant air conditioning system for the entire United States. So it's 75 year-round for everybody.
Right.
I can't think of anywhere – I guess in the southern areas where they grow certain crops that would need hotter weather for certain times. But everywhere else, 75 is good. It's good to go. Don't need to worry about all this other ridiculousness. Oh, there we go.
75 with low humidity, though.
For those just joining us, thank you so much. See, it worked. Oh, there's 50 people watching now.
Oh, cool.
It just appreciate you guys hopping on. What is up, Archie? You guys, the second, third podcast happens every Wednesday at 2:00. This Friday, if you guys are joining us, we will have Honest Abe from Smoke In to talk about the great smoke. I hope you will join us for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. I am smoking the 777 Maduro. Freaking phenomenal cigar we got from the president of Culebra's Lounge, which is the lounge we're in right now.
Yep.
The members only. The lounge that saw Frankie's defeat in the semifinals for our recent pool tournament. He's still reeling from that.
As you guys know, it was a bunch of bullshit.
Bullshit.
You know, the Russians obviously were colluding with the club members, and they tried to take him down in a political coup d'etat.
It didn't happen. None of that happened. He just got destroyed. All right. It was unfortunate. And then we did a second round, and I had to take him out of the tournament before it even got going.
It wasn't a tournament.
It was
just you guys want to have fun and play another round.
Nah, it was tournament. We did it in tournament status. Yes, Rich, exactly what we're talking about.
Rich, I don't need to cheat, okay?
Couldn't cheat his way out of it.
I just need to make trades.
Let's see.
Trades are the key.
See, look, Tom's not getting a notification. And I hate having to do the everyone next. I know not everyone likes it.
Yeah.
But that's what the group is for. Honestly, we started it to help us with the show. So it kind of balances itself out. But I was thinking if people I wanted to do one where I post it to everybody and ask who wouldn't mind us tagging them when the show goes live, so they get that notification.
You got a long ass list though.
I'm fine with that. I'll just save them and put it on there when we go live. But I can't do that without doing the everyone post, and it won't let me post to everyone randomly.
Yeah,
like I can do it ever so often. It's just very annoying. So I appreciate you guys hanging out.
Brian, now that you're here, what time is your event tonight? I got my package. I want to make sure I have time to be there.
That's right.
So let me know what time it is. Message me the time and the link so I can make sure I'm there. I'm gonna have to do it from outside my mom's house, but I do want to be there for it. I got my box. Haven't even opened it yet.
Family stuff, but still able to make it. 5 hour time, perfect. That works. For those watching with us right now, in the beginning, we're talking about these weird rules that a lot of cigar enthusiasts either
real quick. Pete, how you doing? Mark, how you doing? Archie, I can actually do a lot of trick shots. I could have we play 9 balls, so you guys that don't know, it's balls 1 through 9. Gotta shoot them in order. And I can have the 9 ball lined up perfectly to go into the corner pocket, hit it, miss, and then get into a side pocket. And that's on purpose. Okay? Don't let anybody tell you that it was a fluke, because I planned it that way. I don't want those easy shots, okay? Don't come at me with that nonsense.
I think it was a fluke. But nonetheless, I want to hear your guys' opinion.
Jeff, Jesse, how you guys doing?
How you guys doing? What are some arbitrary rules that you either agree with or you don't agree with? The one that I was going with was Frankie's when he started the show, by lighting up a cigar, leaving it out, overnight or however, and then relighting it.
Again,
not a big deal.
Yeah, I started smoking the cigar last night, and like we do many times, we'll smoke cigars or we're doing some work or watching some TV. I didn't finish it. Usually I'll just toss them, no big deal. I've got more, I'll smoke more. But for whatever reason, this Camacho Unleashed, Factory Unleashed, just was hitting me in the right spot, and I was enjoying the hell out of it. So I said, you know what? I'm going to let it go out on its own. I'll come back to it tomorrow. And I will say, you do taste the difference in flavor, but I am still enjoying it.
Don't lick the cigar and then use someone else's cutter.
God,
that is definitely a good one.
God,
that one everyone should follow. Don't lick your cigar and use the lounge cutter. Don't put the cigar right into your nose and put
right
it back.
up your nostril. You're not gonna
bite it, or you're not gonna buy it. Excuse bite it. Actually, I had a buddy do that here.
Well, I've seen quite a few people when we were going to Cigars and More. They would do that.
Bob. Rich, no names.
They would lick the hell out of that cigar. And they're like they're only there once. They're from out of town, whatever. They would lick the hell out of their cigar, and then they would cut it. And so I go, you know what, man? So this is your first time here. You keep that cutter. That's all you.
Yeah, see, Rich. Yeah, actually, I used you as a reference. I don't use names usually when I give references. We're talking about that, like you're talking about put on your porch, right? I think you were the one who told me that story. I've been known to leave and relight, starting to chew on the leftover. You know what? I like that idea. But
then again, Rich will leave his cigar on the porch because he gets hungry, and he'll go inside to eat his son's pizza.
Wow. And
forget about the cigar. And then he'll go out the next morning eating someone else's burrito. But, oh, shit, I still have a cigar here. That's the kind of man Rich is,
That's
and if you guys want to know more about Rich, since he wants to bring up cheating and whatnot.
But you cheat a lot.
He's a Braves fan.
What do you call it? He didn't cheat. The team cheated. They cheated for him to celebrate, okay? That's called ultimate passion right there.
No.
I don't like them. I don't like when they did it, but I get it. You're not cheating, you're not trying. And Pete, I was going to say, I actually was I don't remember what grocery store was in town. I don't go to it very often. This dude shopping, he's an older gentleman. He's got the gray hair going. And I just see him chewing on a big-ass cigar.
It's the one by Rich's house. Rich, the one that's over by the Jack in the Box and that snow cone place or whatever.
Mount Mike's or something.
Mount Mike's is over there. That grocery store.
Yeah. Either way.
Now people are going to look it up like, I already know where Rich lives.
Now I know where that. Now I know where the burritos are at. Now he's an old. He was an old nice guy because I even asked like, "Oh, what is this?" Like, and it was a Mark Twain. I think it's only on a website. You can get
little bundle cigar.
But that's awesome. That's exactly what we want to do with that stick. That's the whole point. Do you want to do with your cigars.
Archie, I cannot tell you how many times that we used to do events where there were beer involved or alcohol involved, and drunk dudes would come up to me like, "Hey, let me taste yours. Let me taste yours real quick." Or here, taste mine. I'm like,
"Oh no, yeah,
no, that's not happening." And a couple of times, I had some really pretty girls like, "Oh, I've never had a cigar. Can I try it?" Absolutely.
Yes, very pretty girl. I'm okay with that.
Grocery outlet, yes.
Grocery outlet, bargain market. Now I got it. Jeff, I did that during the 49ers playoff game. Smoked half the cigar, cut off the quarter of an inch, past the burn, and then relayed after. Yeah, a lot of people do that too.
No, see, I didn't do that.
Proper way to do it.
I did not cut it off after it cooled off. I just left it. I left the ash on to kind of just cap it and let it cool down. Knocked off the ash before to show me lit it. I should have cut it off and tried to give it a fresh start, but I didn't.
I set my cigar in the ashtray when I'm done. I set it standing up by pushing it slightly into the ash, into an ash already in the ashtray. And no, I do not smother it. Yeah, that's smart. Yeah, there you go. That's another one I think is a pretty fair rule, especially for maybe tighter lounges. You don't have a lot of room, or anywhere really. Like even in here, we have a pretty good amount of room, but I wouldn't want to smash my cigar down over here and all of a sudden you're just smelling burnt.
Yeah, just let it go out on its own.
It will go out, and you're not going to light anything on fire by leaving it in these metal ashtrays and whatnot. The cigar ashtray, by the way, I've been using this on the show for a long time now. I friggin' love these things. They have the rights to NFL logos now, I believe.
Oh, cool.
So if you want to get one for your favorite team, they make much bigger ones than this. This is just kind of a personal desk size one with two, what do you call it? So you get one with just one. You can get one, I think I have up to like 10, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Or I think it's an octagon. I think it's 8. But either way, they've got a lot of crazy shapes, colors, customized. We sent them our logo. They put it on there for us. Really cool of them. Absolutely love it. If you want to check it out, The Cigar Ashtray. Not a sponsor, but I think they should be.
Yeah, they're awesome. I absolutely love them.
If we could get them to give us one of these to give away every month, I'd sponsor them.
Oh yeah,
I'd put them on the show forever.
And then I will say, Richard, yeah, we don't do many events anymore that consist of drunk people because it just gets to be a hassle. What we do now is more the golf tournaments, the charity events and stuff like that. We'll go hand out cigars there.
I thought you said we didn't do events with drunk people.
They're not drunk when they come to us.
Oh my goodness. There was 2 people helping the charity golf tournament, and they were driving drunk in that cart.
The golf cart, yeah.
And I needed their help to get to the bathroom because we were a good half mile away. Like, I'm not walking that and back to go pee. Jumped in the cart, hit that brake when we got there. I'm like, all right, I'm going to meet you over at the margaritas, though, because we need more. And I thought he was right. I agreed, and I got more margaritas.
That was a difficult tournament to do because when we got there, no chairs, no table. All they had up was the canopy.
There was no sun.
And we were on the 4th hole, which was way out by nothing. I mean, it was a beautiful hole. I mean, everything looked really nice and it was well kept greens and all that.
Oh, the whole course. The whole course was great.
And then at the end of the tournament, the funny thing is, they forgot about us. And it took half an hour for us to get a hold of anybody. It was like, hey, is anybody going to pick us up?
Yeah. That was unfortunate.
And this is our first time at this particular golf course. So 2 people come in golf carts. They drop one off. Say, okay, we'll see you guys back at the clubhouse. We're like, yeah, because we know where that's at. So it took us a while to get back.
It happens. It's all good. It was still a great time. Everyone had a fun time. A lot of people were cigar smokers already, and then they introduced their buddies to a cigar for the first time. One of my favorite experiences is when you get to light up with someone who's never had one before.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say a good 50-50 that they really enjoy it. And they come into the fold and I hear them smoking or hear about them smoking a cigar another time or getting into it for themselves. I think that's awesome.
Right.
Cigars aren't going to be for everyone. It's okay. I get that. It's like, from last I heard, actually, the number was like, used to be like 5. Now it's like 3.4 million cigar smokers in the U.S. I think
went from 5 to 3.4.
Sorry, 8.4. Yeah, 5 to 8. Basically, I don't remember the exact number. I think it was like 8.4, 8.6 or something. Either way, it went up dramatically. Because of the lockdown, people had time to enjoy things like that for a moment. And the number for sales has not dropped to lockdown numbers. Like it doubled during the time everyone had to hang out, and now it went down about 25 to maybe 30%, but that's still 70% more than what it was beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good time for the cigar industry, and we got to keep it going that way through
the pandemic. We were making house calls.
Yeah.
So, we were driving up to Harley-Davidson, dropping off their cigars. Some of the older gentlemen that, they were worried about COVID, they didn't want to come in, but they still wanted their cigars. They would place their order, pay for it over the phone. We get their address, zip it on over to them, the whole contactless delivery system.
Yeah, sometimes I just throw them and try to get through a window.
Mm-hmm.
I'd miss, and a couple of cigars got messed up. But everyone understands. No, I didn't do that. Did not do that.
Pete, good to hear from you too, brother.
Yeah, glad to see you.
Before you go, though, Pete, just a quick reminder, guys. It is the 1st of February, so I will be putting up the birthday contest for February. If you have a birthday in February, you're going to go to the Bakersfield Gentleman page. It'll be pinned to the top. You or your significant other, just put their birth date and their name in the comments. And then, of course, we are bringing back the best ash contest. Again, doesn't have to be the longest. Just has to be the best ash. Your cigar has to be lit. Smoke is always a plus. Make it fun. Make it interesting. Make it artistic. Make it sexy. Make it funny. However you guys want to do it.
You don't have to be in it, but those are cool too.
Show us your best ash. That one will be on the group page, Cigars, Whiskey, and Beautiful Women. It'll be pinned to the top with a picture of our best ash, who is always there and always available for fun smoke times, although she's been sick the last couple weeks.
If we have room, she wants to go Friday.
So yeah,
she's back on her feet. She did get sick for a while, but she wants to be back in it full force, and she loves cigars. So it's good people.
Might have to take her with us to TPE.
That's hopefully we can get her over there. What the heck was I gonna say? I totally lost my train of thought when you brought up Ashley. Dang, Ashley, she messed it up. That was Ash's fault. But nonetheless, guys, I absolutely love that it's back. I really do want to think of another way we can do some kind of contest.
Yeah.
We'll have to figure it out. I think because we've kind of dabbled with some other ideas, but so far the most fun I think has been the best ash contest. I love seeing you guys come up with very creative stuff. Pictures from all over the world. It's been really cool to see.
I think one of my favorites, even though it did not win, was one from Alaska that Curtis did. We're holding a cigar up, and you can just see this beautiful lake and mountains and forest in the background.
Really, it was a really majestic picture, but I think it lost out to Jeff, who was in, I think, England at the time.
He was somewhere in Europe.
And he got the shirt going. He had one of the Bakersfield Gentleman shirts going. Hard to beat that.
Yeah.
Very hard to beat that, I understand. Hey, Doc, how you doing? Is that what I'm seeing? Come on, comments.
Yep.
Hey, how you doing? I'm sorry. I'm trying to read them on the screen in front of us, guys, but it's a little far away, so it's hard to read. I'm waiting for them to pop up on my phone. So I apologize if I'm a little late with the comments.
And again, you guys, I don't mean to keep harping on this, but this Camacho Factory Unleashed 2 has been amazing, and it's still smoking well. Let me know if you guys have had this in the comments. I'm not a big Camacho smoker. I do recommend the Camacho Connecticut for a first-time smoker, someone who wants to get out of flavors and into traditional cigars. But yeah, this one, I don't know what it is about it. It tastes good. It's smoking well. Good smoke output, good burn line, good draw. It still has that stem right there that's looking me right in the eye. I want to pull it out.
If you just ignore it, you'll be fine.
I can't. It's mocking me.
It's not. It's totally fine. You're going to be okay. We're going to get new shirts coming soon. The old store got locked out when my stuff got stolen. I can't figure out the information to get back in, which I guess is a good thing on their part because it's very secure.
Mm-hmm.
Bad thing on my part for not remembering the damn code to get in. So we do have the new store, as you guys have seen. You can get a hold of California Dreamin' Volume 2 on it. The link is the first link in the description. Deal's still running until Richard says it's over.
The only thing I miss about that shop now is that we don't have the Letterman jacket.
We don't have the Letterman jacket, yeah.
We had the Letterman jacket available for purchase in the store, and I think Samuel bought it.
It looked good on him.
He tried it on. That thing looked good on him, so.
He just hit us up the other day.
Mm-hmm.
He's can't really watch lately because school's
working.
School and work, so understandable, but glad to see him still out there doing his thing. Get some scissors, just cut that one piece off. New shirts will be available soon. Just give us that time to get a better way to get them to you guys. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
I've always wanted to grab a pair of tweezers, actually, Richard, and have them in my bag, so so I can pull them out, but I'm trying not to. Like my fingers are like,
Yeah, I'll be like,
Yeah.
Of course. Hey, Mike, how you doing? Good to see you.
But again, the cigar's smoking well, so I can't complain. That stem is not affecting it at all. Yesterday I smoked a cigar, and I could not see any visible stems, but it was plugged. It was. I could not keep it lit for the life of me. So
It's too tight a roll, I think.
it was just a bad roll. Yeah, it was a fluke of a cigar. It happens. So toss it out. Start something new.
Yeah, it's a handmade product. I mean, it's all artisanal, which that word might sound very fancy, but it's just how cigars are made.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing machine made about them, unless you're literally counting like the presses for shaping certain cigars.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, even you count a knife or what's the proper name? The chaveta that cuts it. If you think that counts as machine handled, then I guess there is some processing. It's the same way like you can sell a chicken for more money in the grocery store because it's more processed now.
Yeah.
Because they cut the pieces up. Which is what it is. Where there be, what do you call it? Will they be ready by? Oh, they'll be ready before that. Yeah, I'm hoping to have them ready by the end of the month, so we can get them back out there again.
Yeah.
But other than that, that's all I got for today.
Yeah, guys. Short show. I got to get the car back to the mechanics. They told me they fixed the problem, but there's no way they did it because it is still having the same problem. So, I got to go take care of that because Friday we've got a long drive down to Long Beach. Monday we got to drive down to Anaheim, and then of course in a couple of weeks we'll be over to Vegas for TPE. So, got to make sure that car's running well.
Yes. It's a long stretch to get stuck out there.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching, sharing, commenting. Thank you to the Facebook supporters, the Patreon members, and of course to our show sponsors, Cigar Heritage Festival and Artista Cigars. You guys help us keep the lights on and keep the show going, so appreciate that very, very much. And we will see you guys Friday with our special guest, Abe, and we'll be talking about the Great Smoke.
Yes, guys. Y'all have a good one. We will see you Wednesday and
Friday.
We'll see you Friday, and we will see Brian and the rest of the group for the 420 Club at 5. Yeah, can't wait. All right, people. You have a good one. Keep smoking.
See you guys.